How is that acceptable? That's like depositing $100 and your bank says, well, we only see it as $2.33. That's our opinion of it. Would you accept that? Because that's the net effect of this. No, it is unacceptable.
All right, greetings and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is James Hayden. This is Crusader Radio and Podcast. We are put on by the Civis Gravis Society, CIVISGRAVIS.org. As always, we're trying to convert sheeple back to people. We'd like to thank our military and emergency responders for keeping us healthy and safe. And there's not much I can thank the progressives for this morning. This is Sunday, September 10th, 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And quite a lot has happened in the past 24 hours. So the entire world is going to take what Trump said and twist it into a call to arms for supposed Trumpsters and conservatives to attack Capitol Hill. Well, that's a crock of shit, and we all know it. That was nothing more than a staged event, another construct, a narrative. That was a bunch of loser liberals sitting around who cooked up a false flag plan. Trump got excited and spoke loud, and here's what Trump said. Here's what the big evil is. Okay, this is what they're quoting. This is what they're saying is his call to arms and violence, okay? He says, I just talked to Mike Pence, and Trump's speaking live to a crowd. I said, Mike, overturning the results doesn't take courage. What takes courage is to do nothing. That takes courage. We're just not going to let that happen. We will never give up. We will never concede, Trump said to the thunderous applause. Thunderous applause. We will stop the steal. We're going to walk down Pennsylvania Avenue and we're going to the Capitol. We're going to try and give our Republicans, the weak ones, the kind of pride and boldness that they need to take back our country. That is not a reference or a command to attack Capitol Hill, the Congress, the Senate, or any government building, civilian building, or otherwise. That is him dreaming and expressing a day when they pass laws that the Democrats can never get away with cheating, without ever get away with stealing the vote again, ever get away with shaming the United States and making our Constitution and our elections dirty. I mean, how much more evidence does there have to be? So anyways, we are seeing a staged construct of unreliable explanations in order to rationalize an unfair and unreasonable attack on conservatives and Trumpsters specifically. They insist on Trump's humility before he leaves office. And now I am quoting the Hodge twins, otherwise known as the Conservative Twins. Check them out on Rumble, YouTube, Parler while it's up. Let's see, they insist on his humility. Quite simply, they will quell anyone who opposes their narrative, their construct, their story, their agenda. They will extort, exact, intimidate, humiliate, lie, and murder to achieve their evil need for power. They are worse than Gollum with the ring. Yes, it's my precious. Your mind and control of your mind is the precious of the liberal Democrats. You say Trump incited a riot, You state he delivered a fervid message to riot on Capitol Hill. You are accusing him of directly telling people to cause harm and violence. Is that what you're saying he did? And when I say you, who is the you? Because, let's see, you is the Washington Post, is CNN, the New York Post, NBC, ABC, CBS, even Fox has turned on him. Misconstruing people's words is one of the worst crimes I think you can do. To make a liar out of someone who's being honest, truthful, and a law-abiding citizen to a naive fault. As I said, you say Trump incited a riot. You state he delivered a fervid message. You are accusing him of directly telling people to cause harm and violence. Is that what you're saying he did? As always, Lefty, where is your proof? You must have a post, a video, an audio bite of him directly telling people to attack and vandalize Capitol Hill. Now I'm going to go back over what Trump said. He said to a crowd, I just talked to Mike Pence. I said, Mike, overturning the results doesn't take courage. What takes courage is to do nothing. That takes courage. We're just not going to let that happen. We will never give up. We will never concede. We will stop the steal. We're going to walk down Pennsylvania Avenue and we're going to the Capitol. We're going to try and give our Republicans, the weak ones, the kind of pride and boldness that they need to take back their country. And that's a reference to swaying Senate power or the majority of Senate back to conservatives and getting the House in line to conservatives and Republicans as well. It's not about attacking with sticks and stones. Now, Lefty, you're sure not misconstruing the facts? Let me ask you again, Lefty. Now, you're sure you're not misconstruing the facts? Because you are so hateful and evil, you have no respect or pity to show the man you just defeated. Think about that. You've beat him. You've proven him wrong in his word to be president again. You have shown him that more people like a stuttering dementia patient who can't speak without lying more than him. I mean, what greater humility is there than that? You now want to whip him and throw sticks and stones at him as he leaves the building? You are selfish, spoiled, contentious, villainous, duplicitous, and nefarious mother truckers. You're going to bend time and space to make him look like he caused a riot. I mean, you're literally trying to use, let's see, that was Doctor Who. That's right, he called it the TARDIS. You're using a machine to bend time and space to make your lies look true. It's called Satan, Shaitan, the devil. You were wrong about his pussy grabbing on a plane. You were wrong about Russian collusion. You were wrong about the Ukrainian phone call. You were wrong about him being a racist. You were wrong about him cheating on his taxes. You were wrong about him giving special deals to his friends. Hey, Lefty, you think you might be wrong about this too? Your track record says you're making shit up because hurting other people is the only way you can feel good about yourself. You lefties are a mean bunch of assholes. How come you did not rebuke and destroy the mayors and governors that allowed pardon and paid legal expenses for rioters who were involved in burning businesses, murdering children under 12, beating up elderly people, menacing and harassing people in their homes, assaulted thousands, pulled people out of their homes and invaded their homes? Why did you not go after de Blasio? Why didn't you go after the Chicago mayor, Lightfoot, for egging on New York City and Chicago's rioters? Those people endorsed the murder of children as the price of change. Are you kidding me? And Trump is supposedly the big, awe-inspiring, going to summon an army? No, he never has, and he never was, and never will be that person. Trump dreamed of a legal march on Massachusetts Street in celebration of legal constitutional victories in Congress. It is an old woman's ploy to false flag a slight breeze as a hurricane just to get your way and make people bend to your will of paranoia. I guess that is it. Liberals are the party of old ladies and paranoia. All right. So, anyone misconstruing that for attack the Capitol Hill is obviously not dealing with a full deck. Anyone misconstruing it for the purpose of their own gain and or control is evil as well as stupid. This lefty narrative and construct of theatrics is pure Austin Powers stupidity. How are my fellow Americans buying into this bullshit? First off, they were not Trump supporters. They were agents and provocateurs in the employ of the liberal agenda. This was a false flag event put into play to further humiliate Trump and to cause fear amongst the U.S. citizens. In a specific ploy to cause fear, fear meant to convince Americans to give up its First Amendment and Second Amendment rights. This is their final stage in transforming America into the personal political identity of their dreams. Their identity requires absolute control over your thoughts and your minds. Like I said, that is, they're precious. They are so insecure and so weak, they need absolute power. They are addicted to the ring of power and can feel no mercy, pity, humility, or shame in their loony quest for this absolute power. The Hodge twins made a great point. It needs to be passed on. They played a clip of Biden speaking about the incident at Capitol Hill when the protesters stormed the Capitol building. How come Lori Lightfoot did not get fired? She condoned the murders and riots of Chicago as the price of change. How come Bill de Blasio didn't get fired? How come he didn't get publicly shamed? He condoned riots and murder as the price of change. What about Mayor Ted Weller of Portland, Oregon? He condoned the riots, the kidnapping, and he even allowed them to pull people out of their homes to make their anonymous zone as the price of change. He violated 14 rights on top of murder. What about Cannon Hanna and Secoria Turner? Both children under 10 shot and killed for the sake of George Floyd. Nobody even remembers his name. All that we've gone through and all that supposedly happened is because of the senseless, what is it they called? Cyclic racial murder of black people by police? Well, that's a figment of your imagination. Wait till you check the FBI numbers on that. As I said, what about Cannon Hanna and Secoria Turner? Both children under 10 shot and killed for the sake of George Floyd. Why are their leaders, murderers, officials, and provocateurs not hounded, humiliated, fired, and scorned? Who the hell is running the liberal ship? How do you people possibly look at yourself in the mirror, and how do we put up with this immorality and evil? Now, let's get on to Parler. As of midnight tonight, January 10th, 2021, Parler is going to lose its hosting service from Amazon. And this, I am led to believe by rumor, is a collusion between Facebook, Twitter, Amazon, TikTok, and a number of, you guessed it, liberal politicians. Literally, because it is a conservative haven, a free speech zone, and it's not anonymous. To use Parler, I had to show them my identification and prove who I was. They have a copy of my driver's license on file for everything that I say and post on there. So it's not even an anonymous haven. It is not even an anonymous safety zone. It's just a place where us conservatives